subscribe. By the way, we're gonna be watching when gamers get caught cheating part 6.
From the most infamous speedrunner of all time to the incredible antics of Clara.
Clara, give me 1 second.
Buckle up for a brand new installment of Gamers Caught Cheating.
Ooh.
Freeze, punk!
I don't know why, but it seems all too common for Call of Duty cheaters to also take bot photos for OnlyFans. Angelina is no different. She's a professional COD player, but you wouldn't guess it from her COD X account, which is filled with thirst traps. Her drift from the gaming scene could well be down to the fallout of her stint with esports team Efficiency Gaming. See, Efficiency had brought Angelina in as a temporary player in 2023 for WXC qualifiers, a women's Call of Duty tournament. Players quickly noticed that her gameplay was...
Wait, these are all women's Call of Duty team? I didn't even know that. That's actually very cool. They didn't need one.
more than a little suspect.
Last minute.
Yeah, she pretty clearly tracked that guy through several walls.
Yep.
It seems that her gameplay remained sus throughout the event, leading to the issue being raised with Efficiency themselves. The team investigated and ultimately confirmed those cheating allegations with this post. The group completely distanced themselves from Angelina, reminding fans that she was only a fill-in for a player on mental health leave. The woman herself vehemently denied the accusations, maintaining that she was a legitimate player. Well, she said that, but also bizarrely admitted to signing up for a cheat service a short time later. Hey, but don't worry, guys. She swears that she was just curious and never bought any hacks. Right. And I've never used shoddy AI in my videos. These days, Angelina is still playing COD, but her gaming career is far less prevalent than her cringe nudie posts asking losers if they want to be her boyfriend. I thought that now would be a good time to dive a little deeper into some of the software that these scumbags use. I've talked a lot about aimbots, hacks that automatically lock onto enemies and allow for easy, precise eliminations. So, the very first aimbots were based around RGB settings. Put simply, they'd lock on to whatever color the player dictated, usually whatever one appears most on the heads of enemy models. Obviously, that's not ideal. There are many circumstances where that color would be reused on level architecture. So, rather than locking onto an enemy, a player could wind up aiming at a wall. The next iteration of the software would combine the technology with something called a content hack, which uses altered settings. Players were able to modify graphics settings, highlighting enemies and allies in specific bright colors of their choosing.
Oh, wow.
That way, not only can enemies be seen through walls, but the color aimbot can be trained on the selected color. No more shooting at bushes. Eventually, these software evolved into client hook aimbots. These are closer to the modern form your favorite streamer uses daily. Client hooks tinker with the game files directly, removing weapon recoil, making walls transparent, and of course, tracking enemy players via game memory. This form would be upgraded into graphics driver aimbots. These up-to-date hacks pinpoint three-dimensional coordinates of all players at any given time, allowing the user to snap to them whenever they like. Heck, these can be programmed to target specific players, keep them in sight, and fire only when they come into unobstructed view. Wouldn't want to be too obvious, eh? And now it's time to take a look at some real-life losers using these underhanded tactics. Some cheaters are so confident, they're more than willing to rub their antics in people's faces. Call of Duty has had a hacking problem for as long as anybody can remember. Publisher Activision seems completely incapable.
What they need to do is start going, not go out to the scam, the cheaters. You need to start going out to the companies that are selling all these hacks to these kids. That's what they needed to do.
Capable or unwilling to properly solve the issue, and their anti-cheat software just ain't up to snuff. Don't believe me? Well, in January 2021, a player named Hidden NT Cloud streamed some Warzone gameplay on Twitch. Let's take a look, shall we?
Get 100 kills, I'll drop $100. No.
100 kills, damn. What an idiot.
Dude, I wonder how long it take to get banned.
What? Honestly, bro, as soon as I get shadow banned, I'll be on a different account.
I don't think I've ever seen a more brazen hacker. Cloud laughed at viewers, claiming that he was basically untouchable. He believed Activision couldn't stop him, and that he'd keep on cheating on other accounts if they ever did catch up to him.
Oh my god.
Hey, look, it's old DMR, it's back.
With both aimbot and wall hacks, Cloud was unbeatable. The cocky worm managed to garner quite a sizable audience for his escapades, leading many angry viewers to alert Activision support. By some miracle, they actually took notice and banned the guy.
Hey.
But remember, Cloud wasn't worried, was he? He went on to rant about how he wasn't going to stop, trying to spin his antics as some kind of weird protest. Frankly,
Oh my
I think he was
God.
just embarrassed. And he should be. I knew kids that acted like him in middle school, but their frontal lobes have since developed. Hopefully Activision pulls their finger out and actually deals with cheaters permanently going forward. Mr. Golds is another famous
Gold, that's
COD
it.
streamer who was caught red-handed.
Oh, but he
At his
got.
peak, his Twitch streams boasted a respectable average of 2,000 live viewers,
Damn.
where he routinely bragged about how good he was at Call of Duty Warzone. But during a stream from August 2020, one of his viewers noticed something strange on his screen. Can you see what their cursor is pointing at?
Have you ever seen anyone playing like this? Like
The
seriously?
thing in the back?
Yep.
Yep.
While Mr. Golds was shamelessly bragging about how he's so good he doesn't need to cheat, he had the cheating software Engine Owning running in the background. Engine Owning is an app that freely admits it sells cheat software for many games, including Call of Duty, like their Aim at Enemies hack, which Mr. Golds clearly had set to on in the background.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
After he was rightfully exposed, Mr. Golds' channel received temporary suspension as Twitch's guidelines ban the streaming of cheats in any online games.
Damn.
That temporary suspension seems to have become a little less temporary. In 2025, his channel still shows as unavailable. But see, I'm pretty sure he was unbanned.
Okay, and people tell me in the chat, in the comments, what game is actually the easiest to at? I would like to know.
At one point. Streams charts shows his final stream as being a cryptocurrency one from 2022.
Oof.
Did he do something else to get banned? He can't be banned for cheating in crypto, right? That's basically the whole point. If you know anything about what's happened, let me know down in the comments. And if you have any other stories of gamers caught cheating, send them to my email at cheating@beamazed.com. But to my mind, no Call of Duty streamer is a worse example for the community than Wagnificent. A longtime player, Nick Wagner had quite the career. Heck, back in 2020, he was caught in the very first ban wave targeting players using the engine-owning cheat software. What a lineage. He was unbanned shortly afterwards, after all, with a huge number of counts affected. It was totally possible it was some mistake, right?
Oh. Caught red-handed. Hell yeah.
Man, the awkward silence.
Yep.
He doesn't even act surprised. He knows exactly what's coming.
I just got
Permanently.
banned.
And the kicker? The second ban occurred a little over a month later. If Activision had doubts about his cheating the first time, they must have removed them pretty quickly. In an absolutely hysterical response, the elite gamer claimed that the ban amounted to defamation and threatened to get his
Defamation?
lawyers
Okay.
involved.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Naturally, no such illegal action was taken.
Yeah.
In the years since, Wagnificent has been unbanned, shadow banned, created new accounts, and even been invited to participate in tournaments.
Are you serious?
All that after supposedly a permanent ban? Activision definitely has some explaining to do, if you ask me. But this man's illustrious career would come to an end in 2024 when he stepped away from Call of Duty. Stepped away suspiciously after another huge ban wave, that is. I think it's safe to say that he was caught yet again and just decided enough was enough. But what's he up to these days? What would perfectly suit his skill set as a zero-talent no-hoper who had to cheat in Call of Duty? Yeah, he's a crypto bro.
Yeah.
Congrats, Wag. Onwards and upwards.
That's
Maybe his
I
next
don't know
career
how people
move will
can
be
get into
urinal
that.
cake taste tester. Now, cheating in video games isn't a crime, but the way streamer Miss Q Gemini tried to cover up her blatant cheating absolutely felt like one. This young, ambitious gamer regularly streamed herself playing the ferociously competitive Counter-Strike Global Offensive,
I need to try
or
that game
CSGO
someday.
for short, which is an online multiplayer first-person shooter game. However, back in 2017, she started her stream with a
I gotta try it
huge
one day.
rant about how she'd been unfairly accused of cheating.
You know what's really sad? That sometimes, you know, because I'm female in Counter-Strike, people are like, you're cheating! What? Shut the fuck up!
Way to tell off those pesky trolls. But then, during a game's warm-up phase, she seemed to forget that the world could see her screen, and she brought up a cheat software menu. After hitting the load coding button, all of her rivals' ranks and locations suddenly began appearing through the walls. For those who don't play CSGO, I can tell you now, this ain't normal.
No.
It's called a wall hack,
Yeah.
which allows players to locate their opponents through solid objects in the game's arena. Hacks like this are a sneaky way of gaining the upper hand in multiplayer shooter games, and Miss Q Gemini's viewers were quick to pick up on it. But blissfully unaware she'd been caught, she continued to play and, even worse, lose. And it's at this
Ew,
point
see,
that she
I
finally
lost.
realized what she'd done, as you can see from her facial expressions.
We're trying to not be a noob.
After being caught red-handed, you'd
Yeah.
think that this would be time to fess up, right? Well, take a listen to the cringy excuses that start falling out of her mouth.
Do you guys ever get that weird glitch in CS:GO where it shows your rank?
That was a lie.
Clara, give me 1 second. Clara,
Clara.
let me just message this girl. Give me 1 second. She promised me she didn't use it on my PC. This is what happens when you let people use your PC. Can't trust them. Alright, that's nice to know.
Clara, 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 Clara.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely wasn't Clara that we watched load the cheat code
But
at
that's
the
her friend?
beginning of this game. After that, Miss Q Gemini guiltily abandoned the match, and her CSGO account was eventually slapped with an anti-cheat ban. But following massive backlash from the streaming community, her Twitch account also disappeared soon after, along with any chance she ever had of making it as a pro gamer. Clara has taken on a life of her own, becoming a rather infamous meme. Anytime a gamer is caught cheating or generally playing in an unsportsmanlike manner, you're likely to find commenters blaming that damn Clara. These
Damn
days,
Clara.
Gemini sporadically uploads to a small YouTube channel called PookiePie, aka Thoughty. And she's
Okay.
clearly trying to hide from her past, opting to use an AI profile picture. Whatever she's trying to do, people are hardly flocking to her new endeavor. With under 300 subscribers and just 8 videos, I think it's safe to say Clara has a lot to answer for. There's something so satisfying about watching a hacker get caught live on stream. Just ask Tokibi. So, what did she do?
Yippee.
They're like fish. Ooh, that's a lot. On A. Okay, Viper might be good here. Ah, they dinked him. That's so unlucky.
That's right. It wasn't Tokibi who was cheating. She wound up matched against a hacker live on stream. Though it took her a second to catch on.
Oh, NT.
I'm pretty sure the chamber's cheating.
You think so?
Yeah, he shot his first classic bullet through the mid doors without him seeing me, hit me right on the body. I've never played someone this insane.
What if he's just like radiant? Wait, actually 18-1. Yeah, he's cheating.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Damn.
Yeah, they're cheating. Vinny, cheating. 18-1 in gold. No cap.
Cap.
Oh no.
Just knows where people are.
Wait, that's why he's not afraid to flank. Wait, he's cheating. He's cheating. He has to be cheating. He's 20-1.
Yeah, the real Vinny Nate over here seemed to have both aimbots and wall hacks on.
Oh.
No one peek until they plant somewhere. I think he's gonna be pushed up somewhere. He's behind us. He's right here. Yes! Let's go.
What the heck?
Let's freaking go. We called it. We called it. Tell him.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
That's
let's
so
go.
cool.
Let's go. Goodbye, Vinny.
Thankfully, Valorant Anti-Cheat stepped up and banned the no-hoper right then and there. Man, this dingus was hoping to just cheat in some random lobbies. He didn't count on getting humiliated in front of a live audience. Valorant's Vanguard Anti-Cheat, while often criticized for being overly invasive, definitely seems to deal with hackers in a timely fashion. Take notes, Call of Duty.
Never be.
Game developers often
There should never be people like complaining about anti-cheat be too intense. As if it works, it works. I don't know.
stream games they're working on as an awesome way of interacting with the game's community. But these developers usually have special abilities other players don't, which can look like cheats, as
this
Joshua
guy.
Autenil
Developer.
Kriegsauer awkwardly discovered back in 2017. The technical director of the Battle Royale game H1Z1 decided to stream the match he was playing with his friends on Twitch. But when he blasted through a rival group of players, their reactions shocked him.
What's happening? Why are you cheating? Really, dude? You're cheating?
A dead cheating.
Wait, can you not see him?
You can't see me?
Oh, he is.
Oh my god, am I hidden?
Dude, they're not hidden.
Oh my god.
Oh, I see you.
Can you guys hear me? See me? Oh my god. I'm so sorry, guys.
Oof. Cheating like that definitely isn't a good look for a
Nope.
developer. Although it seems like he genuinely forgotten to turn off his special cloak of invisibility. Either that or he just really wanted to show those 12-year-olds who was boss.
Yep.
It seems easy to cheat in an online game, but somehow losers manage to do it during real-life events too.
What?
The Pokemon trading card game is a massive phenomenon. I'm sure you've seen all those cringe
Wait, how do you cheat in Pokemon? Like, how?
videos of grown men fighting for cards. But it seems that cheating at their official tournaments is just as big a problem. With valuable cards and cash prizes up for grabs, it's unsurprising some greasy freaks take their chances with cheating. Watch this greasy freak and see if you can spot what he does.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
Did you catch that? He takes a look through his discard pile where all the used up cards go and sneakily takes a card out and hides it under the table. Then he subtly brought the card up and added it to his hand. What a rat. This awful act took place in the 2024 World Championships, no less. A commenter on this clip pointed out that, to make matters worse, the cheater is using a professor playmat. Professors are officially sanctioned Pokemon TCG judges, organizers, and demonstrators who volunteer to help the community. So either this guy is a trusted figure of the scene who betrayed that trust by being scum, or it's somebody that bought one of those exclusive mats for hundreds of dollars.
What?
I don't know which is worse. Regardless,
Why?
once this clip got out, the loser, Eduardo Ruiz, was dropped by a Mexican Pokemon TCG collective called El Calabozo Coleccionables. There's no word on whether he was dropped by his team or disqualified from the event, but I reckon we can safely assume that he was. A year prior, during a 2023 regional tournament in Sweden, Oliver Barnett and Lasse Puisto were selected to appear in a feature match. Now, a feature match is a live-streamed game between two well-performing players for viewers back home to enjoy.
Hold on.
So obviously fans can expect some high-level intense gameplay. What they don't expect to see is players blatantly cheating. See, during this feature match, Barnett defeated an opponent's Pokemon, which allowed him to take a prize card. These cards are face down and chosen at random. Whatever the card the player picks gets added back to their hand, creating new opportunities for future plays. So, when viewers saw Barnett pick up a prize, look at it, decide he didn't want it, and then choose the other one, they were ticked. But incredibly, judges didn't care that he cheated. Zero consequences came for Barnett, and he never even made a statement about the situation.
Oh, wow.
Hell, it seems more and more like a cover-up. The stream that showed the match has since been deleted. I can't even find out whether Barnett won the match or not, and believe me, I've tried. If any of you saw the match and know how it ended, please let me know in the comments.
Yeah.
Or if you have more stories suitable for this video, email me at cheating@beamazed.com. But it's not just Pokemon TCG that suffers cheaters.
Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh has to put up with them as well. Perhaps most infamous.
I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in a long time, but wait, was it Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah. I played Yu-Gi-Oh. I played Digimon back then. When I was a little kid. And I have not touched Pokemon. That's weird.
This was the 2024 Yu-Gi-Oh!
But let me know in the comments down below if you guys are good at this. Oh, Pokemon. I don't know how to play it. I don't know how to play Pokemon at all.
Championship in Las Vegas. The entire event seemed to be a hotbed for scum and villainy. Now, it's not uncommon to misplay in Yu-Gi-Oh! And accidentally cheat. It's a super complex game. But this? Now let me break it down. A top player, Oscar, summons his monster in Zone 5, the one on the end. The bottom player, Michel, picks up the card to read it, which is fine, but he puts it back in a different monster zone, number 4. Why does that matter? Because then Michel then summons Relinquished Anima in the extra monster zone. It can snatch Oscar's monster. See, Anima can only grab monsters it is directly in front of, and it can only be summoned in the extra monster zone. So, by misplacing Oscar's card in that exact spot, he was giving himself a huge advantage. Oscar quickly realized that Michel illegally moved the monsters, and the judges ordered it moved back. Everybody makes mistakes though, right?
Yeah.
Sure, but this guy then went on to do the exact same thing in the third game of the match. Again, the cheat was quickly corrected, but dude, seriously? Not only are you being streamed live, but you've already been caught for this once. Michel, how does it feel that the whole world knows how much you stink? But it's not just physical card games that suffer. Oh no, digital ones too. Hearthstone is an incredibly popular digital strategy card game which has close to 24 million active players around the world.
Really?
And unlike a regular game of cards, you can't cheat by sneaking cards out of your discard pile or misplacing your opponent's monster. But back in 2015, during the Hearthstone Pinnacle 2 tournament, pro player Rafael Hosty Santilli found a way around this. As part of the professional esports team Archon, Hosty was one of just 6 players invited to compete in the tournament, which had a prize pool of $5,000.
Damn.
This match with Team Nylum's Adrian life coach Coy was live streamed for all the world to see. But partway through, viewers suddenly noticed something strange in Hosty's background.
I was gonna say Wrath. Wow.
Whoa.
That's a bit surprising to me.
That's surprising to me too.
Embarrassingly, Hosty's setup was being reflected in the picture frame behind him, showing he was looking at 2 separate monitors.
Oh.
And one of them had the tournament live stream on it, meaning Hosty had full view of Life Coach's hand. This is what's known as stream sniping.
Yeah.
Stream sniping.
And it's the digital version of peeking at your opponent's cards. Allegations immediately flooded the internet.
Cheating.
In a matter of hours, Team Archon dropped Hosty from their roster like a hot, cheating potato. Host said because the stream was on a 10-minute delay, it didn't help him gain an advantage, considering he lost to Life Coach, and that kind of adds up. But if Hosty was really trying to cheat, this was a hilariously terrible attempt. Now, we've heard some rather fishy stories today, but this one takes the cake. A Japanese content creator named Mute-Kimaru had an idea. See, lots of people stream video games online, but what if someone had their pet fish stream games online?
Okay.
Mute-Kimaru set up a video feed of his fish tank using motion tracking software to translate their movements into button inputs. If the fish entered a section of the tank, his console would register the appropriate button presses. And the fish became pretty well known online, managing to complete Pokemon Sapphire in its entirety.
Wow.
And even found a glitch in the game that had remained undiscovered for 18 years.
18.
With this setup established, the next game Mute-Kimaru had in mind was Pokemon Violet. So the mastermind booted up the game on his Nintendo Switch, set up the live stream, and left them to it, like always. Would the guild gamers be able to complete the game? No, but it wasn't really their fault. Anybody that's played Pokemon Violet or Scarlet is painfully aware of how buggy, broken, and poorly made the games are.
Yep.
So, surprise, surprise, the attempt came to an end when the game crashed abruptly. But the stream continued. The fish carried on swimming, now freed from the confines of the game, and viewers watched in hysterics as the fish ran rampant across the console, exploring the homepage, and even changing his Switch account name to Ro-wa-wa-wa-wa-wa. But it got worse. We've covered countless cheaters and frauds in this series, but never anything like this. Live on stream, the fish navigated to the eShop and successfully purchased 500 yen of store credit, about $3.40. Yeah, that's right. The fish committed credit card fraud live on stream via Nintendo console. And what's more, when the fish made the incriminating purchase, it just so happened to flash Mute-Kimaru's card details to the world.
Oh, DD! Oh, what did he? Oh, DD!
Now, thankfully, Nintendo granted a refund to our hero after he explained that the purchase had actually been made by his pet fish. Imagine getting that support ticket.
You're blaming the fish.
Like Fortnite, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or PUBG for short, is a battle royale style game that has a huge problem with hackers. Since it was released in 2017, most of the cheats used in this game revolve around improving a player's accuracy or speed. But there's one cheat that's so hilariously dumb, even famous streamer Michael Shroud Jaishik simply couldn't resist getting involved with it. With more than 9 million followers on Twitch, this professional streamer racks up tens of thousands of views per stream. And this meant there were plenty of witnesses when he joined in with the hijinks of this group of hackers back in 2018.
He's busy. I'm busy. What the hell?
Now, just like in the real world, cars in PUBG aren't meant to fly like that, but Shroud couldn't resist the offer of a free ride.
Shit, can you take me to the zone real quick?
Yeah. I actually sell these cheats for
Wait, don't say.
Unfortunately, after this, Shroud hit a dead end. Like Fortnite, PUBG has a very strict no-cheating policy that it enforces indiscriminately, and the ban hammer came down on Shroud's account for a whole month. He later apologized and admitted he knew what he was doing, but that he just wanted to have a little fun. I mean, it's hard to blame him. After all, if someone offered you the chance to ride in a flying car, it'd be pretty hard to turn down, right? And while some people out there may claim it, there's never been any proof that Shroud uses cheats himself. I guess he really is just that good. Some fake speedrunners are in it for clout, but others aren't content with just that. Jadiwi is a Pokemon speedrunner who emerged on the scene in 2023. He started out simply posting screenshots of his time in various games on social media. They were good, but not records. However, the times he posted got shorter and shorter over just a few weeks. He quickly began posting times that require incredible luck and pinpoint precise play. Next, he started streaming his record attempts in the different Pokemon games. He ultimately streamed an attempt of Pokemon Red, where he completed the game in an astounding 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 52 seconds. A new world record.
Ow.
But eyebrows were still raised, and another record holder, Wave Warrior, asked Jadiwi to reset his game after the run was finished. Jadiwi simply ended the stream and later commented he didn't see the request and lamented how he was now sus. But why did Wave want him to reset on stream? Well, it had proved that he was playing the game live and wasn't simply showing a pre-made video made up of spliced clips. So, given how suspicious it seemed, a full investigation was launched into Jadiwi and his many Pokemon speedruns.
Got him.
It was eventually found that Jadiwi had absolutely spliced his runs together. Clips were taken from various attempts and edited together to make the perfect run, then streamed as though it was a live attempt. Those screenshots of times he posted before his records weren't actual results, just a story arc to make his progression seem believable. But like I alluded to earlier, he wasn't just doing this for clout. See, in the speedrunning community, people will occasionally put out bounties, community challenges that have cash prizes for completion. Jadiwi had contacted bounty posters privately to inquire about the logistics of claiming the rewards. He was after the dough the whole time. In fact, if he hadn't been found out, he would have claimed over $8,000 in prize money.
Wow.
But before the investigative report could even be posted, Jadiwi confessed. He claimed that he hated cheaters too, was very sorry, and never cared about the money. Sure, whatever you say, buddy.
Okay.
Riolu is probably the single most infamous speedrunner in gaming. His game of choice is Trackmania, and at one point, it was the best of the best. In fact, Riolu held a whole heap of world record times. Notice I used the past tense there. You see, back in 2021, community member Donadingo released a tool that allowed users to analyze Trackmania speedruns. Specifically, it added an overlay showing the controller inputs of players as they raced. Overnight, swaths of record holders were found to be illegitimate. But how? Well, their inputs were fast, impossibly fast. Essentially, they'd used cheats to play the game in slow motion and sped the footage back up to post it to make it look like normal. With all that extra time to react in slow motion, it was easy peasy to get those crazy records. The only side effect was that their controller inputs were sped up too, and yes, Riolu himself was caught out. Trackmania's golden child was suddenly its greatest villain. Literally thousands of records had been set by the guy over years of playing, and a huge number of them had been cheated like this. His records were wiped, and Riolu disappeared into the wind, ruined. But shortly after, two new users appeared out of nowhere and started setting brand new records. 92 Bob and Eddie I were immediately shady. They used rare in-game skins, the same rare controller, and logged in at the same times Riolu did.
What?
When 92 Bob was accused of being Riolu, he disappeared, and Eddie I started playing more. When Eddie was accused, well, back to Bob. But the craziest part, even without cheating, Riolu was a phenomenal player. There was never anything stopping him from apologizing, starting from scratch, and rehabilitating his image. He was good. He was more than capable of achieving legit world record times. But no, that would require self-reflection. Maybe he just enjoyed being hated. With over 100 million monthly players, League of Legends is one of the largest online multiplayer games in the world. For those who don't know, it involves two teams battling it out to occupy and defend their half of the map. And to do this, players have to strategically attack or hide from the other team. But professional esports team Azubu Frost found an inventive way around this back in 2012. During the Season 2 World Championships, Azubu Frost faced off against Team Solo Mid. From the get-go, the match was plagued by technical issues, which caused multiple pauses. But during these pauses, members of Team Azubu Frost sneakily checked out the mini-map that was being broadcast on the huge stadium screen behind them. And this allowed them to see exactly where the other team was heading and what they were playing. Team Captain Woong, in particular, looked back at the screen on a number of occasions before recklessly altering his gameplay. Azubu Frost won the round, but an investigation by League of Legends developer Riot Games later determined that Woong clearly gained an unfair advantage by looking at the screens. He also shared the information with his team, which led them to certain victory. For this unsportsmanlike behavior, Azubu Frost was fined 20% of their tournament winnings, costing them a grand total of $30,000. Ouch. Right in the wallet. With the sheer amount of cheating going on in gaming these days, it's unsurprising to see a whole slew of gamers accused of being dirty hackers. Sometimes these simply stay as accusations with no definitive proof either way. To that end, I present you with some inconclusive examples of potential villains. Let me know what you think of each of them down below. Ghost Marjan is a member of
Careless Kitty. I watched her before. I didn't know she was a hacker.
Atlanta-based gaming organization Ghost Gaming. As a pro player, she often streams her matches online, and viewers immediately found her gameplay to be suspect.
Okay. Alright. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay. I mean, come on. Some of those clips are just too wacky for me. I reckon she's definitely cheating. Comments on the upload these clips were featured in share the sentiment. People ain't buying this. And she's not alone. This is Careless Kitty, another streamer who has garnered a lot of attention for all the wrong reasons.
Fire sale is active. Buy station prices are adjusted. Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map. Go get hunting.
Wow.
I mean, that's some dodgy gameplay, right?
Yeah.
But for every comment pointing out her potential hacking, there's a whole load of simps glazing her. Is she really cheating? Why does her gameplay look so suspicious? Is she single? Perhaps we'll never know. Another player who's been repeatedly accused of cheating is Omit Selly. In fact, if you Google her name, the second result is a Reddit post doing exactly that. Take a look at some of her gameplay presented by Guardian TrueSight, a program that can supposedly detect hacks. The system apparently analyzes aim consistency, crosshair movement, and the areas targeted on the enemy players. TrueSight goes frame by frame in search of suspicious behavior, flagging any abnormalities it comes across. Basically, looking at the display on the left, we can see that the system is detecting low levels of entropy or randomness. It's in the red. If there was no suspicious activity to be found, this would be bright green. All human input has a degree of randomness, so this would indicate that Selly is using some sort of hack to refine aim and/or movement. If someone's aim is too smooth, too consistent, or too precise, the system will flag it, like here. However, it's worth noting that the video analyzing Selly's gameplay has since been privatized, bringing the allegations into question. Now, I know that the TrueSight overlay is flagging sus activity, but I'm not 100% convinced on this one. Maybe, but I am convinced that Rockma is hacking. Oh wait, hold on guys. Her YouTube bio specifically says she likes to think she's not hacking. That's fair enough then. In fact, she brings up the fact that she's absolutely super definitely not cheating all the time. On X, in YouTube titles,
don't
while
put
streaming,
that on
is
the
constant.
description.
He thinks the lady doth protest too much.
And it's just calling herself out. That's what it do.
It's incredible how often she mentions cheating. It could be some kind of an attempt to build controversy, and by extension her brand, or she could really be hacking. I'm going with the latter. Even though Fortnite is one of the biggest video games in the world, it still suffers from its fair share of bugs. While exploiting these bugs is generally frowned upon, abusing them in professional matches or tournaments is obviously a dumb move.
That's cool.
But not obvious enough for pro Fortnite player Marky Loukoudous during the 2019 ESL Katowice Royale Fortnite tournament, which had a grand prize of $500,000.
Damn.
The professional Team Heretic player was reduced to 0 hit points, but thanks to a bug, he wasn't eliminated and quickly discovered he could keep playing.
What?
Now, he should have alerted the administrator to the error, but instead he exploited the bug and waited to be revived by his teammates. But when his teammates asked him what had happened, he did this. So it's clear he knew he'd done something wrong, but he was trying to avoid being detected. Eventually, the admin spotted what he'd done and asked him to leave. But unbelievably, Marky refused.
But give me a reason. I need a reason.
After stalling for as long as he could, he was finally convinced to leave his terminal and was disqualified from the tournament. But this incident sparked a huge debate online. Technically, it was a glitch, so it wasn't like Marky had purposefully engineered the cheat, but being a pro player, he really should have known better than to try and exploit it. Ultimately, he didn't face any kind of punishment aside from being disqualified. Seems kind of lame to me, especially considering that Epic have shown their willingness to ban players for abusing bugs in the past. Sure, this example involves a bug that lets you hide under the map, but the principle is the same.
What?
Was he spared because he's a pro? Is there corruption at Epic? Do you think that judgment was fair? Let me know down in the comments. Every year, Chess.com hosts the Pog Champs charity tournament.
Oh my god.
A place for your favorite influencers to battle it out on the chess field. Or would that be chess it out on the battlefield? Huge names like Critical, Pokimane, and even Tyler 1.
I don't even know how to play chess, but...
One more obscure creator involved in the 2025 tourney was one Dr. Lupo, a pretty standard streamer. He plays Fortnite, Fall Guys, basically whatever's popular at any given time. What he doesn't play, though, is chess. What could possibly go wrong? On April 30th, Lupo went head-to-head with Pokemon player Wolfie VGC, who was considered a much better player. See, instead of ranks, Chess.com utilizes an ELO system, with each player assigned a score based on their previous performance. The bigger the number, the better you're supposed to be. So when Lupo, with a paltry 650 ELO, faced down Wolfie's 1347, it seemed the outcome would be obvious. With such a huge difference in ELO, and given that Wolfie had been on a roll in the tournament so far, fans were certain that Lupo was going to lose. And to begin with, that seemed to be exactly what was happening. He lost his queen early on in the game, and for those unaware, the queen is pretty important. But suddenly, as if some kind of switch had been flipped, Lupo began playing like a world champion. He made 26 significantly perfect moves in a row, pushing Wolfie right back into a corner and ultimately beating him despite the odds. But even though he made so many perfect moves, he made a few seemingly stupid errors. Fans were immediately suspicious. How did Lupo not see any of the opportunities to take Wolfie's vulnerable queen, but also somehow pull off a rook lift, a super high-level maneuver that I'd never even heard of? I'm sure you know how. Bro was cheating. He stood accused by viewers of using a chess engine, a computer program designed to analyze current game states and pump out those perfect moves. He really did flick a switch, only it was to turn on his cheats. Of course, Lupo denied these accusations outright.
Of course.
Coming in saying that you cheated against the wolf guy, okay? I got another guy on YouTube as well saying I cheated. Right, this who called Lupo a cheater? Probably Wolfie's chat. Oh, he said I looked at my left side every time before making a move. The impulse of looking at chat. Okay, dude. I don't know, man. Hey, Chess Kryptonite on the YouTube side. Listen, man. If you want, you can watch back through. That's fine, dude. People are saying he's looking at his left monitor. I naturally just here. I can even hit the button for you. This is what my monitors look like, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I beat your boy.
Right. Well, whatever you say, buddy. Doubling down, Lupo even recorded a call with Wolfie himself to try to evade suspicion.
But I think this is probably why people are.
Yeah. No, I saw that too.
I have no idea if this is true for what's worth. Like,
I did 26 in a row. I was talking out on stream. Like I didn't have chat up, and I can show, like, I don't know if you probably don't have my stream up right now. But this window right here is where chat is. But I minimized those when we were playing, and instinctively I just look at that monitor because that's where chat always is all the time. And so it's like, yeah, that was the one game that happened.
He acknowledges somehow making 26 perfect moves in a row. He also acknowledges continually looking down at his second monitor before claiming that there was nothing to it. Now, I don't care how used to reading chat you are, nobody would stare at a blank screen like that. Later that day, Lupo tweeted that he was dropping out of the tournament to help maintain competitive integrity. He claimed that actually he had watched the main PogChamp stream on his second monitor, allowing him to gain extra info on his competitors. So he lied? Wow. Well, at least he came clean though, right? And dropping out sure was noble.
No.
Then, not even 30 minutes later, Chess.com themselves tweeted that Lupo had actually been disqualified for his cheating. He didn't step down gracefully. What's more, he didn't even tell the truth about how he cheated. The next day, he came on X confirming that yes, he did use an engine to cheat, and yes, he did lie to Wolfie on stream.
What ended up happening, I betrayed the trust of the chess community. I betrayed the trust of my chat, and I lied directly to Wolf. And so if for some reason you see this, I'm sorry. I got caught in a fight or flight moment and panicked.
What a piece of work. The best part, he blamed the whole misdeed on his mental health and claimed that he was starting therapy. My brother, you cheated in virtual charity chess and it sent you to therapy. You're a moist towelette of a man. And on that note, I've had it with the cheating scumbags for one day. Got any other examples I totally missed? Why not shoot them over to cheating@beamazed.com or drop them in those comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.
That was fun. I didn't know that a lot of these YouTubers or streamers were cheating this whole time. Yeah, if you guys want me to see more of this, or you want me to watch another reaction, comment down below, and don't forget to like and to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.